At this juncture, we cannot accuse the government, but the police service, as a government authority itself, is using its means to thwart the effort. Because if they needed us in court to appear in court and to answer questions that are arising from the cannabis march, they would have served us a notice, indicated the date for which our lawyer should appear in court. But Nicodemously, you realize that the sermon they served us has no date, and it was only yesterday that we realized that we were supposed to appear in court. And last time when we went to court, the judge, also of a government institution, informed the police that we have the right to embark on this march. So I'll say it is the police service that is thwarting our efforts, and I cannot at this juncture blame government for this.
So that you cannot make a law that is causing harm to the person where you are trying to protect more than what you think that you are protecting him from. It's not a good law, so we want that law to be changed, and that's what we are just appealing for. And we want Ghanaians to understand. Hemp can give us a lot of money, about $10 billion a year. We can get from hemp alone, and a lot of employment. We can improve the livelihood of our farmers, our fisher folks, and our community. So we really and truly want to appeal to Ghanaians to understand that industrial hemp is different from marijuana, which is medicinal hemp. But the two of them all are very useful to our body. And we are importing things from America and some other countries made of hemp into this country. You can go to the supermarkets now and buy hemp seed, roasted already where you can be chewing. You can go there and buy hemp oil. You can go there and buy hemp milk. So why can't we produce our own hemp milk or the hemp cosmetics that our ladies want to use for our body, and which are more healthier than what the chemicalized companies are doing for us? We can also produce plastic, and the plastic is biodegradable. After 3 months, the plastic will degrade into the earth. So we don't even need to be worried about plastic menace any longer. And we are sitting on this big money, and we'll wait until the Western countries will do it, and then they will sell it to us here, and we have to pay foreign currency to get it. So we are appealing to our people to just be calm, but we are fighting, and the fight is not going to stop. And we are telling the police that we don't want to be confrontational, but we are not going to relent. We are going to make sure that our rights are being, exercised.
We think that this is the time that our policy makers have a real look at the laws governing drugs, in particular cannabis. They have to put people, families, and communities at the center of those policies, those drug policies. Instead of making it a war on marijuana or a war on cannabis, they are making it look like a war on people, a war on families, and a war on communities. Now, cannabis is not only smoked, as people keep saying. The number of people who smoke cannabis is a very minute proportion as to those who use it for other purposes, i.e. medicinal purposes, especially for women. Cannabis is very good for women, premenopausal and menopausal women. Cannabis is very good for pain. Cannabis is good for menstrual problems. Queen Victoria used cannabis to cure her menstrual problems. Cannabis has so many medicinal properties that are good for people, and industrial uses as well, that the laws have to stop criminalizing cannabis. So instead of arresting people for one roll of weed and throwing them into jail for 10 years for them to come out hardened criminals, they have to rather find other ways of dealing with it. There is no proof, as at now, that links cannabis use to mental disorders. Rather, there is scientific proof that cannabis is used to cure mental illness. So this is the time to support and not punish. We are telling those who make our laws to have a real look at the narcotics bill there's a new bill, the Narcotics Bill 2019. They should have a real look at it and put human beings at the center of that law.
Yeah, marijuana, as we all know, naturally is a plant. We didn't make it, yeah. There's been a lot of conspiracy against the plant. And internationally, it's a plant that is being used for a lot of things. It's good to cure glaucoma, asthma. It has a lot of medicinal uses. We have creams like Jeba, 100% marijuana cream, which is coming from America. So it doesn't make sense that we import things with marijuana officially into our country, but we arrest people for it. So what we are doing is to create an awareness. And economically, as Canada legalized it, they were able to accrue a lot of money, which was able to cover most of their debts. So this is what can help us to achieve the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda. Because globally, marijuana is something which everybody knows that economically is good, medicinally is good. So it doesn't make sense to keep people in prison. Now, in some it's already full. And we have a lot of people who hustle, carpenters, masons, who use it. They don't belong to prison. So we are trying to create that awareness for the people to know that we live in a civilized world now. This is a dispensation. You cannot put marijuana users in jail because it's very uncivilized and very backward.